Because the thing about me is I never fucking wanted to work a job. Like, even when I was young, I knew that motherfuckers were taking advantage of me. Like, at 15 years old, you're telling me I can't make my own schedule. I can't tell you what my availability is. I'm in fucking high school. And I can't have a break? And I need to go faster. I only get to go faster. Enough! I'm sorry. But being as old as I am and not having a college degree, it really just makes you think about how fucked up the economy is, how fucked up the job market is, even for people who have degrees. Oh my God. I've never wanted to be more than I have now. Bitch, oh my God. Oh my God. There needs to be entry-level jobs for people that are older. And stripping is one of them. I'm about to get naked. As soon as I move out, bro, because I'm with my fucking parents right now. But life is lifing. Fuck everything, bro. I'm so tired. I hate being taken advantage of. And that's why I can't keep a fucking job at my age. Because I'm not supposed to have these jobs at my age. Because who's a barista at fucking 25, 24, 20, whatever? What the fuck ever, bro. What the fuck ever.
I hate the world we live in. I absolutely can't stand it. Can't stand all the negativity, everybody fighting, arguing, everybody against everybody. No one wants to hold themselves accountable. Nobody wants to admit that they're wrong. Everybody only cares about themselves.
And that's how you know we're in the last days. People will be lovers of themselves. Ain't that happening? The spirit of narcissism is in everybody almost. Lack of accountability. You can't tell nobody about themselves. I get it. I see why people are overwhelmed. It's better when you stay inside and you stay to yourself, honestly.
I grew up in a small town with a great family. And I was taught growing up to be a good person. But I was never taught about the dark side of the world and how evil people truly can be. And I've seen that evil over the last couple of years in my divorce and in my life. And it breaks my heart because I've spent the majority of my life trying to be a good person, trying to be the man that I was told I needed to be. I had a great life. I had everything that any man could ever want, but it was all taken away from me. Some of it was my fault, some of it wasn't. I held myself accountable for everything that I did wrong, but it didn't matter. I still lost everything that I'd ever worked for, my freedom, my career, and everything, all because of greed. And since then, I've done everything in my power to be a good man, to hold myself accountable, to heal from everything, to do my best to help others, and it hasn't gotten me anywhere. Most people in my situation would turn bitter, turn angry. I'm going to do my best to continue to be a good person because I don't know what else to do. I don't have it in me to be greedy, to be evil, to do people wrong. I just wasn't brought up that way. But I guess that's the difference between me and other people.
Can you relate to that? I know I can. When you weren't raised to be a certain way, you can't be that way. Even when you want to be that way, it's hard for you to be like them because you're not like them. It won't be for long. Eventually, you're going to snap back to being yourself. That's the thing in this world. Like Boosie said in one of his songs back in the day, one day this heart gonna get me zipped up in a body bag. That's deep. And you see, he's steadily going through stuff too. People using him, taking advantage of him, taking his kindness for weakness. He always got something going on. And that's how it is for people that have a good heart in such an evil world, you know. That's how it is.
And I don't say that in a very oh, she's depressed way, but I want to die. And I don't say that in a very oh, she's depressed way, but genuinely, I'm so exhausted that I would rather die than have to wake up and do another day again. I actually don't have the energy to do anything. I've been sitting in my car for about 10 minutes. I got home from work. I woke up late today. They were super nice about it. And I realized on my way home that I don't care. I don't care about anything anymore. I don't have goals. I don't have passion. I'm not excited to do anything. And I realized that I feel so anxious and feel like my chest is so heavy all the time. And I would rather not feel like that at all. I would rather not have to do any of this. What's the point? I work 2 jobs. I work 6 days a week. I have 1 day off a week. And I work my life away
Is this something in the air these days? What is it? People feel as if they live in a loop, a repeated cycle daily, and it's like they never get an escape. They never get to do the things that they want. People are tired. Was it like this back in the day? Was it like this in the 80s? Was it like this in the 90s? Was it like this during '08? Was it like this during any other crisis? I know we can compare it to the Great Depression. I know it was like that for sure. I might not have been around, but I've done research, and I just know I got a feeling that it was similar. Am I right? Or maybe it's something in the air. Y'all let me know.
For what? A shitty apartment and a car that costs more money than it's worth? For what? What am I living for? I'm not living for anything. And it's like watching people be like, oh, like, I grew up in a religious household, like, oh, like, you just need Jesus in your life. No, I don't, because my life wasn't better with him in it. That's not the solution. There is no solution. Like, I'm genuinely realizing that, like, from the time that we're little, we're lied to. You can be anybody. You can do anything you want to do. But that's not true. You can't be anybody. You can't do anything you want to do. There are rules that we have to follow. There are limits to the sky. And I realized that I hit my limit. I hit my limit and I'm done. And I don't care anymore. And I don't have energy to care. And I honestly don't have the willpower to keep this up. Like, it's physically exhausting. It's so bad that my physical body is literally breaking down. And I'm only 21, and physically I can feel my body is deteriorating.
I thought she was older than 21. Man, that's messed up. The 21 through 25-year-olds got it bad because their whole adult life. Well, first of all, I think they're the first generation that realized the lie right out of high school. You know, some of us, it took us a little longer. We still believe the lie. Them fresh out of high school, sometimes in high school even, those years, they like, you know what? Everything that we was taught was wrong, right? We've went through a couple awakenings now, in my lifetime at least, and yours too. You've been through a few maybe. As that knowledge increases, you start to wake up from the lies, and that actually could be depressing. They're seeing things through a different lens, and that lens a little clearer. The other one was blurry. They couldn't see things for how they truly are. Now they can, and that's why the Most High didn't give us infinite knowledge. We just know a little bit. If we knew everything, we would really drive ourselves crazy.
And doing worse. And the more I think about why I'm alive and why I keep working so hard for goals I'll never achieve, the more I realize literally my life is meaningless. It's pointless. And there is no point to it. And everything I've done has been for nothing. And that's what it is. And I'm sorry, I know a lot of people won't say it, but what's the point of what we're doing? The world is so evil. There's so many evil people out there that I just can't even. You literally turn on the news and I'm disgusted and I'm horrified every single day. And I'm exhausted every single day. And we're all being gaslit. I'm like, oh, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's that bad. It is that bad. And yeah, that's all I have to say is it's that bad. It's to the point where I don't even want to do anything. I don't even care anymore.
Yes, it is that bad. Now that I think about it, when I was 21, I feel like that too. But yeah, it is that bad. A lot of people are in denial. They don't want to believe it. They want to run from the truth. You just got to keep it real, man. It is that bad. And I see comments on the channel saying, oh, it's fear-mongering. It's not fear-mongering. I'm giving y'all a dose of reality.
The number of people who look relatively happy yet spend most of their days at least kind of wanting to die is a much, much higher number of people than you would suspect. This is a phenomenon known as passive suicidal ideation. It's people who aren't inherently on the verge of taking an action, but they're very indifferent or ambivalent to whether they continue to exist. And there is no outward sign in most cases that people are feeling this way. People can live with passive suicidal ideation for years or even decades. They can have families, they can take excellent care of themselves and their homes, they can be very, very high achieving in school or at their jobs. It doesn't necessarily stop you from being a functional human being, but it does stop you from enjoying being a functional human being. And it is a very, very chronic and pervasive problem. People can experience passive suicidal ideation for all kinds of reasons. And every time I make one of these videos, I get a bunch of people in the comments saying, well, isn't that just a normal reaction to how screwed up the world is? To which my answer would be like, maybe kind of a little. But if you're living with it for a long period of time and it's something that you're really struggling with, you most likely are experiencing some level of clinical depression. And it would probably be worth at least exploring the possibility of having a professional support team for that, whether that's therapy, medication, or maybe both.
I never even heard of this diagnosis, but I understand it. These are the people that sometimes they actually do it. That's when posts go around. You need to check on the people that seem the strongest. Those are the ones that deal with it. You really can't tell they're going through it. It's all internal. These are not the type of people that want, everybody in their business. So they're not telling nobody. They don't want sympathy. They don't even want people to know. So they hide behind that smile. I think he's talking about those type of people. We all know people like that or have heard of stories where, people have actually acted upon those thoughts.
You know how, like, when people give money to the homeless and stuff like that, they feel all better and accomplished after, like, oh, I did something good today, blah, blah, blah. That's not me. Every time I do it, I still feel like shit afterwards. Because, like, that's a human. That's somebody's son. That's somebody's grandson. There is so much enough to go around that nobody has to be without. But yeah, people are so greedy that that's not how the circumstances are. Bro, it's more than just giving them money. It's not. It's so much deeper than that, yo. Like, a fucked up place, bro. Fucked up place. Fuck money, yo. We need more love. We need more humanity. And every single time I give out, I say I love you on God, because who knows the last time they heard that shit. Love, that's the highest frequency. That's what we're supposed to be on. That's what we're supposed to be doing. Love, understanding, unconditional love. Even if it's our, like, how do you say that? Just unconditional love and understanding, bro. We need more of that shit in society.
I agree. Hey, y'all drop a comment in the comment section below. Let me know what y'all think about this video. I appreciate y'all for tuning in once again. Peace to my Hebrew fam. Shalom and love.